Warning. The following program contains adult language, adult themes, and spoilers. Viewer discretion is advised.
I can't do this all on my own. No, I know I'm no Superman. I'm no Superman.
Good evening and welcome to this week's episode of This Week's Episode. I'm Kris.
I'm Evan.
And this is episode 289 for the week of May 13th, 2026. Similar to how we went away for a long time, then came back sexier than ever, one of our very favorite TV shows recently did the same, Scrubs. So how did this reboot/history revision handle itself? Is the magic still there? Let's find out. But first, how the hell are you, Evan?
Not too shabby. I spent the day without internet on my computer, so I was forced to pay attention to the universe via my phone. It was not fun.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. It was borderline Stone Ages. It's just
That's ew.
So my
Ew.
T-Mobile fiber, I called them because my internet went out, and they proceeded to make me do all of that. Plug this, turn that, flip that, turn it over, and then nope, still no internet. Oh, there's an outage in your area. Yes. I called to tell you that. And then 8 hours later, it came back. Conveniently.
Wow, that's a pretty serious outage.
Yeah. Conveniently, 4 hours after they told me it would be back on. So, yeah, good times. But it's still fiber, better than the other shit that's in my neighborhood, so yay.
I saw that they were measuring for fiber in my area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm hoping that actually happens. That would be really, really nice.
I mean, seeing as I've been down here in North Carolina since 2019, my biggest, outside of missing you, of course, my biggest thing that I've missed the most from New Jersey is Verizon Fios. I also have family up there, but no, Fios second after you.
I'm deeply honored that I rank above Fios.
So yeah, that was my day, and working, of course. So, how are you?
Yeah, it's going.
Keep it on.
Yeah, keep on keeping on. I've been struggling to sleep, and I tried taking sleeping pills, and I'm not a fan, but I tried sleeping last night without the sleeping pills, and that didn't go so well. It went about as bad as it did before I decided to try sleeping pills. So
after editing SAG and listening to you, here's my notion. You are not a fan of sleeping pills. You are not a fan of being addicted to sleeping pills. You are a fan of sleeping pills because they help you sleep, but you are worried about the addictive thing. It takes me a
while to get. Okay, well, yes, there's that whole aspect of it, but no, it's the mornings. It's taking me a long time to get it out of my
Gotcha.
When I have a shitty night's sleep, like last night, I had a shitty night's sleep, but I get
up,
going. I get up and I get going, when I get up. Mm-hmm. But with the sleeping pills, it's like a good 2 hours after getting out of bed before I feel even I just feel weak, and I don't know how else to put it. I just don't feel right for a while there.
I call it so you were doing like Z-Quil or something like that. My sleeping routine is get into bed, pop a melatonin, go to bed, wake up. Now, when I am sick, the melatonin, it just doesn't work. So I literally, swig day or NyQuil, and that shit will make me feel groggy for days after taking it. But not gonna lie, when I sleep with NyQuil, I am dead to the world. My house could catch on fire and I will die. Best sleep ever. But it has its ups and downs, I guess.
Yeah, it's Not. So what I was trying to figure out was, well, what if I take it earlier, right? So because I feel like it's that I'm still just feeling the effects of the medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So what if I just go ahead and take it earlier in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Like I tried taking it at 9 o'clock the other night. It still didn't wear off until a while after I was awake.
Was it sooner
the way my
than
friend Matt
before?
put it was like, well, it's because you're not getting sleep. You're not sleeping. You're in a drug-induced coma.
Yeah.
It's not the same kind of restful sleep. So
Oh, no.
I don't know the science behind that, but the math sure checked out with how I felt.
Yeah, there's something about REM sleep and restful or unrestful sleep and blah, blah, blah. When the world shuts off, I count that as sleep. However I feel in the morning, that's just me going, fuck, I slept wrong last night. That's just the thing with age. Yeah.
Rats. Stupid age.
Yeah, it's the worst thing ever. 0 stars. Do not recommend. So, all right. So are we doing the feature topic and then talking about what we've watched?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna do it Stone Age Gamer style, where we go to the feature topic first, then we take a break, then we come back and bullshit for a while.
Bullshit for a bit. You know what I like about Plex? Side note, real quick. There is a section there that says recommendations for you that are on your Plex. And it's things that, of course, I have that I'm like, fuck yeah, you're right. I should watch 4 seasons of Punky Brewster. I haven't seen that in forever. Rivals, Travelers, all this shit is there. Never going to watch it again. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, now I'm just confused. What on earth is... Okay, so we're the feature topic tonight, the show we're here to talk about is Scrubs, which is it's been one of our favorite, both of us, our favorite shows for ages and ages now. And they just rebooted it, but not really rebooted it. They did a bit of a thing. So Scrubs ran from 2001 to 2010. Okay. But the last season was kind of a situation. So there's 182. Looking on IMDb, there was season 8 basically ended the show, right? Season 8 had an ending.
Oh, there was a hell of an ending. Like do you remember that walking down the hallway, every guest showed up. There was a fucking video of him getting married. Like, it was one of the best.
It was a finale. Yes,
endings.
They wrapped that shit up tight. But ABC was like, no, we need a little bit more. So they coughed up a 9th season that was kind of a spin-off, but kind of not. No. So it was about a new set of interns, and JD was kind of convinced to come back to Sacred Heart, and it still had JD and Turk and a couple of the other characters. It wasn't
even Sacred Heart. They went to school.
Oh, it wasn't Sacred Heart. That's right.
They were teachers, like teachers.
Yeah.
And JD.
It was a very strange situation. But I'm also seeing on IMDb that there was a show called Scrubs Interns. I think it was a web series?
Are you really? Because I thought that was
Scrubs Interns, 2009, 12 episodes. Our intern class. They were from our meeting with JD. These aren't the same.
Are you sure?
What is this?
Because it sounds like I
can't tell. They're not saying how long they are. Let's see. Originally aired August 25th, 2009.
Wait, August 5th, 2009?
25th, 2009. So let me see here. The first episode is called Our Intern Class.
Okay.
Where is this airing?
That's not the name of the first episode of season 9, which is our first day of school.
Yeah. What is this?
Ooh.
Production company, Touchstone Television. Evan, I don't know what this is. It's got its own little artwork. It just says Interns.
Scrubs Intern created a documentary series based on her. Oh, wait, no. Sunny creates a documentary series based on her experiences at Sacred Heart. Sunny, which one was Sunny? Was Sunny the mean one? Yeah, this is something completely different.
What is this?
I feel like this is shorts.
Now I gotta know.
To the YouTube.
Yeah, you must get this. Evan, we must see this. There's Scrubs content that we never saw. Ted was involved.
So
Cox was involved.
I believe when so after Scrubs came Cougar Town, and I like the ending that Ted got in Cougar Town, so I don't need him in Scrubs anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I am sad that he's not involved because he's Sam Lloyd died, but his presence is sorely missed. So anyway, we're not talking about this Scrubs Interns show. Basically, what this new season of Scrubs is an actual season 9. It overwrites this intern stuff, which is certainly a choice. I feel like they could have glossed over this without erasing it, but it is what it is. I don't think anyone's really upset about this particular season going bye-bye because while there was definitely good stuff in that original season 9, it took a while to, by the end of the season, I started to give a shit about the characters, but it took the whole dang season.
But I also feel, talking about the new, it's a season 1 of that's how they're counting it in IMDb and Plex and all that stuff. It's not saying it didn't happen. They're just not saying it happened. If you catch the difference in it, I feel that one or two of the characters from season 9 could pop in and make an appearance.
They certainly could, but I don't remember exactly where that show ended with JD and Elliot. So
that's also true.
Does the new season contradict the last season at all? And is there a way to find out that doesn't involve me watching it?
I will do my due diligence. I will suffer through, because anytime I do a Scrubs rewatch, it is a Scrubs season 1 through 8 rewatch, and episode 1 of season 9 going, fuck, this season's horrible, and then starting over at season 1. So Scrubs Intern is shorts. They are anywhere from 3 to 5 minute shorts.
Okay. Well, I'll watch them. I've never seen them before.
Yeah. There's Ted and the Gooch. I'm sorry. You were saying.
So yes, we're talking about Scrubs, the 2026 flavor, which has been renewed for a second / 10th season.
Yeah, this TV stuff's getting confusing.
Yeah, it's certainly a weird one with that extra season in there. But this originally aired February 25th, 2026. It ran for, how many episodes did we get? What are we looking at, IMDb?
I don't want to say 6 or 8.
Sorry, there was a Charlie's Tuna ad that jumped in front of him. IMDb has been so ad heavy lately. Yes. I am going to switch over to Brave because that's where I've got my ad blocker.
Ooh,
take that
interwebs. Oh
yeah. Boom. So yes, it ran for 9 episodes. It looks like.
Yes.
Man, what is TV shows in these shorter seasons are not my favorite thing in the world. But I have to say, this really feels like it didn't miss a beat.
No. Perfect.
Which again is kind of weird because of how the original one legit ended. But I guess as something coming back after an ending, this really does. It feels like they're doing what they tried to do with Interns better, right? Because this is kind of about a new set of interns coming to Sacred Heart and convincing JD to come back, and et cetera, et cetera. But it's doing it in a way that just makes a whole lot more sense.
Right.
And the characters are not entirely dissimilar archetypes from the interns on the intern season, if I remember correctly, but also not They're different enough. They're more likable. They're more easier to get attached to.
So while I definitely agree with the fact that this set of interns is more likable and more engaging, I feel that the season 9 set of students was they actively tried to pick characters that were not JD, Turk, and Elliot. Like, make them wildly different. Girl. What's that?
With the exception of the blonde girl that was basically girl JD.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, they flipped that. All right, we'll go with that. But even still, the girl JD was like, John Dorian had some sort of, like, he had charisma. Like, he knew what he wanted, and yet he, yes, he did wander off into the world of make-believe. It made sense for John. For that girl, it felt like they were like, okay, that's the archetype. That's the thing that we need. We're just going to put it in this person that it doesn't make sense. It just didn't fit properly. This current cast of interns are great characters in themselves because it is a reflection of what it once was. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel, and they are not the main focus. The original cast is still the main focus of the show, while they're adding more layers to it. There's only one character in this current season that I just do not like when they show up on screen, and that's the psychiatrist lady, or the human resources woman. Everybody else, I'm like, everybody else is fine, if not great. So,
yeah, I have not found her at all entertaining. The new HR lady.
It's trying to fill the joke. It's trying to fill Ted's shoes.
It's like trying to fill Ted's shoes, but it's such a different character, and not in a
good way.
Not in a fun way. I don't care for her at all. Mm-hmm. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to look at a side-by-side of the characters, right? So there's Lucy Bennett was the new JD, right? How many interns were there? There was
so which season are you talking about? Are you talking about
original interns, season 9?
Okay.
There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who was Maya? God, I don't remember.
So
I remember these 4, right? There was Lucy, who was like new JD. Mm-hmm. There was Denise Mahoney, who was like the really tomboyish girl. There was Drew Suffin, who was like the love interest kind of guy for, I think, Denise. And then there was Cole, who was the dopey, I don't know, I guess almost young Todd kind of dude. Dave Franco played him. And then in this show, we've got Sam Tosh, she's the one that's all about internet stuff, internet fame. So what character was Maya? I don't remember this character.
So there's Denise, Lucy, Drew, Cole. I don't see. So is there's supposed to be? You're saying that there's supposed to be a Maya in season 9?
I'm looking at the cast for Our First Day of School, and there's a character named Maya that looks to be about the right age, but I don't recognize her at all. And there's a Michael as well. Who the frick was Michael?
I just went over to the interns shorts to see if they maybe shoehorned someone in there, and it's counting that, but there is not. Interesting.
So in the new one, there's Sam Tosh. Dr. Blake Lewis is like the big good-looking dude. Amara Asher and Trainer, who is one of the surgeons. Mm-hmm. So I've got 5.
Asher. Okay, Sam, Asher, Blake, Amara, Deshauna. And those are the interns. Those are the interns. Outside of that, we have additional characters that popped in. Nurse Raymond, Nurse Dubois, yes. Kevin Park and Sibby Wilson. Sibby Wilson is the character of the HR character, and Dr. Kevin Park is the nemesis of John Dorian.
He's the angry Asian guy.
Yeah, but like he's his nemesis without like them. It's like he grew to be a nemesis without John being there. He just, John got Kevin's job that he thought he deserved. But
yeah,
I can't, there's no, analog to that for the original cast.
I'd say, janitor.
Okay, so yeah, with one of the episodes, every time they throw. All right, so as we've continued watching this, they keep throwing us the nostalgia bump of, we got an episode with the janitor who is head janitor now of all of the janitoring for the hospital. So I still count him as the janitor because he came in, fucked up JD's world for just a day.
He would show up for one episode.
The maintenance guy. So the story of season 10 or 2026 season 1 is Dr. Cox needs to stop doctoring, and he wants JD to take over as head of medicine. Like, what is that, right? Is that the title?
Chief of medicine.
Chief of medicine. And JD is divorced, living in the suburbs or like an affluent area where he's just writing prescriptions and, taking care of the ultra wealthy, and he wanted more for his life. So he ends up begrudgingly, almost in the first episode, being convinced that this is the right thing. And he now works with his best friend again and his ex-wife because, he and Elliot were married and they got divorced. Carla is there every once in a while. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. I can't, there's nothing missing from it because the first run,
Ted.
Except Ted. And I'm going to let that go because Ted is in a better place right now. The first seasons, there was too much Todd. I liked Todd, but not as much as we got Todd. I think now we're getting the right amount of Todd.
Yeah. It's a solid amount of Todd.
The underlings, the interns are great. They're standing on their own story-wise because they are interacting with each other and having their own storylines while they are also being supported by the original cast. And the original cast is they're shining as fantastic doctors because, they always were.
And they're interesting and likable.
Yes. Yeah. Which is, the key. Especially, this is a heavy ensemble cast. This is a really, really big cast. And even with, Zach Braff being the lead, I don't feel he is getting any more time than anybody else kind of thing. I don't feel anybody else is being overshadowed. There are people that are just not on as much. Like Carla is not on every episode. But Carla has as Judy Reyes has a job on another very popular show, so she just pops in every once in a while, and she is playing Carla perfectly again. She is Carla. The relationship with her and Turk is exactly what we expected it to end up being. A loving family with a truck full of kids and making it, getting by with whatever they need to do, and Carla dealing with getting older, and it's it's so well written and so perfect for what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it really does feel like Scrubs didn't miss a beat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like Scrubs still firing on all cylinders before, that weird extra season.
Yeah, and that's fine. We'll just disregard that season and not pay attention to it because it did not. Okay, even though I wasn't a fan of that season, I don't feel it took away from the first 8. It was like, oh, this is now ruined. That didn't happen for me because I could still, at any point in time, go back to any episode of the first 8 seasons and be fully fucking entertained. This season is giving me more of that. It's not poo-pooing on, season 9. It's just not paying attention to it, which is fine. Like, that's okay. I was not attached to any of those characters it would be great to see, is it John Franco? It's one of the Franco boys.
Dave
Franco. I would love to see
Franco.
I would love to see him pop back in and him and the Todd have a minor interaction. That's it. And move on. We don't have to give them a full storyline, just a high five and, oh, hey, for those of us who remember season 9, that would be for us. They are paying attention to the past by giving us the guest characters and giving us more of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So I will also just want to say before I start asking the big questions here, I thought it was genuinely funny. Okay. I very much laughed out loud at a handful of gags, so that was very cool. Mm-hmm. So I guess the real question is, how long do you think this should go?
Okay. Okay. This season, I felt was a little short because, and I'm going to say that, and it's because I wanted new Scrubs. Okay. I don't feel it was like I'm missing out on anything. I feel like I just want more. So that's a good spot to get me to the next season. I feel what they're doing story-wise with Dr. Cox, it's a little early. Okay? It was weird because I saw... I don't know if I saw... I think it was a couple of stills where I hadn't watched any of the episodes that Dr. Cox... we find out about him. And I saw people in suits. And, like... it looked like like when the first time I saw the janitor and he was wearing a black suit, I'm like, I swear to Christ, if they kill off Cox in the first season, I am going to flip a fucking table. And they didn't, but they are pushing down. That's the emotional beat that they're going for with this season. Not only just the relationship between JD and Cox or the coming of age for JD and, his mentor being Dr. Cox moving, letting him take the reins. They're making JD more important in Dr. Cox's life, and I feel that they should have given that before hitting me with that story beat. Give me a little time. You understand what I'm trying to say here?
I do. I feel like maybe finding out that he was sick could have been the season finale cliffhanger. Mm-hmm. I think that would have made a decent amount of sense. Yeah, it did feel a little bit fast, and you know what? It would have felt like less. It would have felt less like it was coming on fast if the season was longer.
And that's also very, very true. I mean,
because while it didn't necessarily feel rushed per se, we're used to Scrubs seasons being longer. I mean,
even season 9 was fucking 12, 13 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. All episodes here. Let's look at season 1 was 24 episodes.
Yeah.
Season 8 was Probably around 20 episodes. 20 episodes, because the 19th episode was 19. Sorry,
so they
18 and 19.
This was
2 parts. So we're used to close to 20.
Yeah, there was also a couple of seasons though that had the writer's strike and whatnot. So some of them were like aggressively short. But you are absolutely right. 9 is too short. Too short.
Yeah, and this is a thing that's happening in TV shows a lot, is they're getting these abbreviated seasons because it's cheaper. You know, that's just the way it goes.
So now question.
11 episodes. Season 7 was the one that you're talking about that was kind of short.
Yeah,
that was only 11 episodes.
Yeah.
But then the next one was a full 19. So
now is it all right? There are shows that I watch currently, and most of the shows that I'm currently watching are the standard hours, the 45s. They are getting, the ones that I am currently watching are getting longer seasons than this. I feel that it's weird that not only am I getting only 9 episodes, but they are only the 22-minute. They are shorts, like that, and that's what Scrubs was. Like, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, I got 10 to 12 hours of entertainment per season. I got 4 for this season. That's not enough Scrubs. And do you think that maybe they were hedging their bets, maybe just making sure that it was good enough, like that it would be accepted again after what happened with season 9? Like,
yes, I definitely think they were hedging their bets. I'm curious if they're going to give it a longer season order next time around, because we don't really know anything about the next season yet.
That's also true. What is out of curiosity, and another Bill Lawrence show, because he has the tendency to do is Shrinking, and what's the season lengths on Shrinking? Yeah, they're 12s. But I'm thinking maybe it's Bill Lawrence. He does shorter seasons now, but no, they are. I guess it's just the standard now. That's weird. Because Shrinking is also an Apple show.
11 episodes.
Was Scrubs? Where did Scrubs air? Because you know me, I am not watching it on TV.
It was on. I believe it was on ABC. So it had like. It was ABC and Hulu, so it had the full regular TV air, and that's kind of in the weird spot right now. You know, the regular aired TV shows like that, between regular broadcast TV and streaming, are in kind of a weird place. So, when
you step back, like there was a point in time that I was trying to find something to. I enjoy sitcoms. They unfortunately for me, I enjoy well-written sitcoms, and there are very, very, very few of those. There are a lot of sitcoms out there, most of which are not well-written, and then I end up, like, for lack of a better term, hate watching them because I just want something that'll end in 22 to 23 minutes so that I don't have to sit there for 45.
Yeah, you want that half-hour comedy.
Yeah, and this is exactly what it's perfect for that. But then I only get the 9 episodes when Interns something like there's that show with Tim the Toolman Taylor, like where him and his daughter, like I watched that and there was way more of that, and it's not well written, and it's weird the things that certain channel stations or production houses get behind to say, people want more of this, like, and then something like Scrubs gets 9. I don't know.
I wonder how much it costs. I do have to wonder how much it costs, because like they got everyone back, but not for every episode, when I'm sure that came down to because they're all involved in other projects. So they've all been around, they're established. So they probably cost a decent amount of money to get those characters.
Well, on top,
there's probably
yes.
a lot of factors involved. None of them are good.
Also, but you got to keep in mind,
them.
they doubled the size of the. I mean, technically speaking, it's not exactly doubled, but they doubled the size of the cast, and it's still only 22 minutes. So, if they were to take all of the original cast, minus the few here and there, and then add this whole new set of interns, like that's too much content for 22 minutes. And I'm okay with Carla not being in every episode, but when she does show up, she's, I get a good story, her dealing with getting older or menopause or whatever her story was. But, seeing Turk and JD in every episode, like that's who needs to be there, because they were the anchors of the original show. And it's
Turk, JD, and Elliot, but it's kind of like Turk, JD, Elliot, and Carla. I always felt like those were the four anchors.
Cox was also having solid anchor.
having Elliot there in every episode, but not Carla, is a little odd to me.
Okay.
Even like just.
So here's the thing:
they're there for like a line or two. Like she wouldn't need to be like really incorporated into the story, but
I am watching another show.
Her absence seemed obvious to me on the episodes that she wasn't in.
Well, and
one of my few complaints, and I get it. It's all logistics. Like I totally get it. I'm not like angry about it, but it was definitely something. It was definitely something that I felt.
Okay, so. Because I'm watching a different show that she is another main character in, like I'm getting my Carla fix, I guess. So it's not the same, but it's her as an actress, and she's very good in the other show as well. So, but I understand what you're saying, that there are certain, I guess, beats that are being missed because those characters aren't showing up anymore, or they are showing up
like those two nurses, like the really catty gay guy nurse and the not
Louise Laverne. It's not
Laverne.
They took
the
two
super
people.
Catty gay guy. Like,
okay. So because Laverne was Laverne,
Carla than both of them.
Because Laverne was Laverne, they could not find one character to fill that set of shoes. So they had to split her into two and give them wildly different but very similar personalities. We now, and I think those two characters speak more to the current times than Laverne does, and then that we have, there's only so many seconds in 22 minutes kind of thing. So I don't get me wrong. I want more Carla.
Win. Really, these are minor quibbles for something that's just like kind of miraculous that it's back and in such good form.
Yeah, it's a rare occasion where it's not a reimagining. It's not a reboot. It's just a continuation of something that we all thought was done. It's so rare for that to happen, and I can't even think of another time it actually happened well. Every time they try to continue things, even like The Walking Dead, or they do spin-offs, or like when they try to continue the story in another path, it just goes wrong. And okay, perfect example, Supernatural. Okay, Supernatural had a wondrous run, 15 fucking seasons, and the fans loved it, and it was a beloved show. So they thought after the end, let's make a show. We have an audience built in. Let's make a show that pays tribute to what we have, but it shows what came before, and nobody fucking liked that show. Like, that's the shit that I'm used to. Oh,
wow, I forgot all about that thing, that sort of Supernatural. What the hell was that?
It was Supernatural. It was The Parents.
Right, what was it called?
I don't know. Supernatural, the teen years. I don't know.
God, I totally forgot that existed. I was like, what the hell is he talking? Oh my God.
Yeah. It was not the Winchesters. That's what it was called.
That's what, there it is.
Yeah. And that's the shit that I'm used to. And when I started watching this, I was so worried. Okay, no. Going to watch this, I was worried because it's a beloved thing. The intro alone was perfect, because it was it took what it was and made it current, and it's not reinventing anything. It is exactly what it was before, but new. It's so weird. The passing of the stethoscope or whatever, and then as opposed to putting up the X-ray, they throw the X-ray digitally because modern medicine. It's the same song. It's the same like parade of cast members. It was like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, yes, we're good. I'm okay. This is gonna be fine.
We are so back.
We're back, baby. So with that, I have a question for you. We've gotten Dr. Cox, of course. We've got Janitor. We got oh my God, Cox's wife, Jordan. Am I missing anybody from outside of you had the Todd, but he was there already. I'm talking about people that who do you want to come back? Who do you want to see? There was in one of the episodes, Turk tries to flirt with a girl for JD, to be his wingman kind of thing, and then she shut him down. It was she made fun of his high top fade without knowing that he had a high top fade. Was that girl in previous seasons?
No, and I thought that she was, but I looked it up, and it's just that Rachel Bilson and Zach Braff made a movie together that bombed unfathomably hard.
Okay.
So this is
So you say that, but I think
together that's not.
No, my brain, it's Chuck. She was the sandwich girl from Chuck. And that's where my
that's where I remembered her as a sandwich girl, but
she was
couldn't place it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Chuck.
Okay. So I really thought that. So, okay, who do you want to see come back?
I mean, I would love to see Bob Kelso for no reason other than just.
Is he alive?
I can't. I think he's still alive.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's still kicking.
Okay.
Ken Jenkins is pretty old. He was born in 1940, but yeah, according to IMDb, he's still around.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to see there's no reason for him to do anything. I just want him to just show up and do something awful and then leave. Okay. Who else would I like to see back?
Oh, we also got he's crazy.
Hooch.
No, Hooch. Yes, Hooch, not Gooch. Hooch. We got him. We got him a couple of times. He's crazy. Oddly, I want to see Doug, the doctor that kept killing people, and then he worked in the morgue.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see Doug. I'd like to see JD's brother.
JD's. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he was always a good character. I always liked it when he showed up. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't mind having him pop in from time to time. Who else did JD date on this show?
So we have Tara Reid.
No thanks.
Okay, yeah. Did he date Elizabeth Banks? Yes, they had a kid together, right?
They did. She should totally come back. She's the mother of his kid.
Yes. Okay. And there was Heather Graham. That's who I want to see.
Oh, Molly Clock. There you go.
Uh-huh. And also, if oh my God, the guy he was also part of the cul-de-sac crew. He was a brain surgeon. Hold on. Scroll. Dr. Zeltzer. Bob he's the really tall guy that was in
Oh, he was the neighbor in Cougar Town?
Yes.
Sorry, Cougarton Abbey.
Cougarton Abbey, yes. Yes. I would like to see him. And you don't have to do much. Just put him in the background. Just for those that have spent 10 years watching this show lovingly. Hooch. Yeah. Amy Smart did a stint on this show.
She did. I haven't seen her in anything in ages.
Mm-hmm. Kate Micucci, Gooch. I forgot Aziz Ansari was on this show too, but that's so weird. It's amazing, like just scrolling through the cast of, the overall cast. It's wild how many people. Heather Locklear was on the show for a bit. Courtney Cox was
she the one that? No, it was Mandy Moore. She was the one that wouldn't laugh. She just said, "That's so funny."
Yeah. Heather Locklear was the drug saleswoman. Like she went around selling drugs and just shaking what her mama gave her kind of thing. Michael J. Fox.
She was after Perry.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know about Michael J. Fox. I mean,
no, I'm just saying these are. I'm not saying back. He was just on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those were great episodes. He was fantastic in those.
Yeah, I haven't watched that either. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying the wild cast of characters that have been on this show in 10 years. Kerry Russell, fucking hell. Good goddamn. Yeah,
there's lots and lots of characters. Like lots of actors when guested on this show.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they have
got a hell of a history. But yeah, I say Elizabeth Banks has to come back. I mean, she's just too important to JD's existence,
And I wonder, so did they ever show? Oh wait! Oh my God! Cox and Jordan have a kid too. Like that, we got to see that kid grown up.
Oh my God! Right? Yeah.
Right? What was it, Jack?
What's he up? Because we saw at least one. We saw a couple of Turk and Carla's kids.
There was a. Did we see was there actually a scene where they spoke? Because I just remember the parade of kids running through the house, walking out, making fun of their father.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right.
I'm looking forward to rewatching it. Like I'm about due for a Scrubs rewatch sometime soon, and I'm definitely going to skip over the Interns one and go right to this.
Yeah, you don't, and that's we've watched and enjoyed the show so much that you don't have to sit and actually pay attention to it for 8 seasons. Like you could just put it on in the background, and it's comfort watching. And this season has continued that. Like it's exactly what I wanted it to be. If not, it's a little bit better than what I expected it to be.
Yeah, I couldn't be a happier guy. Way to go,
Scott Foley! Oh my God, my goodness!
All right, so big old recommendation from both of us, right? No gripes here. No. Everyone should watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Well, then, I think it's about time for us to take a quick break. Right?
Yeah.
You good with that?
Absolutely.
All right, fine. We're going to do it. We're going to take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we're going to see. We don't have a name for it yet. We're going to check in with the checkpoint.
Checkpoint.
That's a video game reference. No, we're gonna see what's going on with the two of us and just have a little chat. You're listening to this week's episode from Geekade.com. Stick around. Hi everyone, Kris here. Podcast listening is free, but podcast creation is not. That's why the Geekade Patreon exists. In an effort to help us pay the bills, we've got a Patreon page set up where you can gain access to our monthly podcast topic schedule, get early access to many of our shows, and more. If you'd like to help support Geekade and keep these shows running week after week, head over to the Geekade Patreon page, linked in the show notes of this very podcast.
We are Safe at Home, the leading dog rescue in the heart of New Jersey. Are you searching for a loyal companion, a dog that will bring love and joy to your home? Look no further than Safe at Home. At Safe at Home, we believe in giving every dog a second chance. We rescue, rehabilitate, and find loving forever homes for dogs in need, right here in the Garden State. Our dogs are ready to make a lasting impact on your life. Each one has a unique story, a wagging tail, and an incredible capacity for love. When you adopt from Safe at Home, you're not just gaining a pet, you're becoming a part of our family. Our dedicated team ensures a seamless adoption process, providing ongoing support and guidance. With New Jersey's beautiful parks, beaches, and trails, you and your new furry friend will have endless opportunities for adventures and cherished memories. Safe at Home relies on the support of compassionate individuals like you. Your donations and volunteer work enable us to continue saving lives and finding forever homes for these amazing dogs. Join us in creating a safer, happier community for dogs in New Jersey. Together we can make a difference and give every dog the chance to feel safe at home. Visit our website or call us now to learn about how you can be a part of the Safe at Home mission. Safe at Home, because every dog deserves to be loved and protected. www.safeathomerescue.org.
When you hear the words cross-stitch, you probably think of a grandma lovingly making a Christmas stocking, a picture of a lighthouse, or maybe a Bible verse with flowers. But that's not what we do at Shoot the Moon Stitches. We take the old-fashioned art of cross-stitch and pair it with contemporary themes and imagery to create striking works of art that make the perfect gift for anyone who grew up with the internet and has a wicked sense of humor and an appreciation for pop culture. From cult favorite TV shows and movies, to retro video games, to TikTok trends. If it's made you smile, chances are we've stitched it. You can shop our selection of art and gifts by going to Etsy.com and searching Shoot the Moon Stitches. For all your fun, feminist, fandom fiber art needs, visit Shoot the Moon Stitches.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Andy. Neither of us are David Crane, but we are the hosts of David Crane's Amazing Movie Time.
That's our monthly Geekade Patreon exclusive podcast that covers movies that are cult classics, weird, or just sometimes laughably bad.
We ourselves have at least two of those qualities, so I guess it makes sense to hear what we think of those movies in retrospect.
You can hear all that and more by becoming a Geekade Patreon supporter.
And, as always, be kind, rewind.
All right, everybody, we are back. We're still here. We're doing our thing, having chats, fantasizing about Scrubs reunion casting things, and
kibitzing, as they would say.
Yeah, let's get that Scrubs ER crossover we always wanted.
What? No, maybe. All right, I'm in.
I want George Clooney to meet JD.
Okay. That all right. I'm actually on board for that. For half a second, I was like, no, but now, I'm fully invested. Yeah. I want this to happen.
Sign me up. All right. Do you want to go first, or shall I? What do you go first? What have you been up to? What's going on in the world of Evan and TV and whatever else? Why is there a fly down here? Little.
Oh my God! Violence.
So unfortunately, land on my mic. Sorry for the noise. That was just me killing a bug.
Did you get it? It dead? Yeah, it's dead.
Threatening to fly into my mouth. Like, fuck off, bastard.
Right. Life-wise, I am actually switching up employment. I was working for a auction house, vintage shop, and doing freelance CAD design. Because I love art, but I'm not good at it, but I'm really good at math, so I decided to start doing CAD design. So I'm actually going to start doing CAD design full-time, where now I will be home, working from home, and having to figure out what I'm going to be putting on in the background to not... Because you can't just sit in silence. So when I'm working from home, I have a tendency to just sit in silence because I don't pay attention to it. And I feel if someone was to walk in and just watch me, they would think it's creepy. So I start putting things on. And if they're too good, or there's a thing that I haven't watched before, I stop working and continue watching TV and or movies. So I am trying to figure out that fine balance on distracting myself, but not distracting myself, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's a good change. It's more financially sound, and I don't have to deal with retail because I'm not the biggest people person. I fake it well, but it's exhausting, and I'm tired of being on all the time. But TV wise, I'm trying. Okay, apparently I missed a whole season of The Boys. Yeah, I didn't see any of season 4 when season 5 just started finishing up and coming out, and I was like, shit, I gotta continue with that because the last I was watching of The Boys was that cartoon that they did, and that was a while ago. I don't understand how anybody thinks that Homelander's the good guy. I don't get it. Like,
it's really outstanding.
It's mind-blowing.
The level of
like
media illiteracy it takes to look at even the first episode of that TV show and think, yeah, this guy's awesome.
I mean, like, what did I say? I watched an episode where he literally pureed a group of people in a room the size of an elevator. Like, yeah, that's not what good guys do. That's not a good guy thing. But, I mean, season 4 is great. I'm enjoying it. I'm about halfway through it. The parallels to the reality that we are currently living is kind of scary. But I keep saying to myself, it's just TV. It's just TV. There are no superpowers in the world, but it's fine. Everybody's doing a great job. I highly recommend The Boys, especially if you like ultra gore and violence and really, really off-putting shit. It's kind of entertaining.
There have been a bunch of interviews with the showrunners and stuff about how they did these, they filmed this a little while ago, and they came up with these things, and then they started really similarly happening in real life, and they're like, everyone. Really, I thought this was a bridge too far, and then it's coming real, and this is terrifying.
Yeah, what's that?
And people are going to think that we're writing this in reaction to what's happening in the world, but no, we came up with this a while ago, thinking yeah, this would be horrible, and then
and guess what? It is.
It is.
So caught up on The Boys. Next thing I caught up on was Invincible. I had missed all. I finished season 4. I finished the end of season 3, which I never finished, and then I watched all of season 4, and it's fucking so good. It's so violent and so good, and it's the comic, which is my favorite part. It's staying relatively true to the source material, and as a comic book kid, that means something to me because the source material was great. The cast is great, the voice acting is phenomenal, so that's highly recommended as well. We're working our way through this season of High Potential, which is yet again it's a drama, that's a crime drama, that's great too. Season 2 is more of what we loved season 1, and oddly I wasn't so I thought I've never really watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia through. I'll watch bits of it because it's that awkward comedy. It's I feel bad for the people on screen, which then makes my heart hurt. So I don't have a lot of experience with Caitlin Olsen, but she is great in this show. Outside of attire or clothing choices, I think she's doing a great job, and the show is moving along steadily. Their through line stories are great, and it's of course a crime of the week with a undertone of, hey, this is the overarching storyline, and it's great. They're doing a really good job with that as well. And I think outside of all of the other home improvement shows that we watch a shit ton of while we watch dinner, Hometown, top notch. Ben and Aaron, they're my favorite. The Rookie, yet again.
I was going to ask about The Rookie. I was seeing ads for something crazy supposedly happening on The Rookie.
Okay. I don't know what you would mean.
I don't know. They were like, you're not going to believe what happens. There was like a bunch of ads on everything that I was watching for like a week for The Rookie.
Okay. I'm trying to...
It looked like somebody fell into some water.
Oh.
And it was a really big deal.
So I haven't watched the most recent episode, which I don't know, maybe aired yesterday or the day before. But it's still... Okay. The first couple, I don't even know what season this is. It's season 8. Holy shit, this has been on for a while. That's so good. The show has truly become an ensemble show. Like, there is no main character anymore. There is, of course, John, who is, played by Nathan Fillion. He is, I guess, the guy that we're supposed to attach ourselves to the most, but everybody is getting equal airtime. Everybody's getting good, solid stories. The villain of the weeks are great. They're my only concern is that they lean a little heavy into certain overarching villains. Like, so you know how when a show starts previously on and then they show you something that you haven't seen in 4 episodes, so you know that character is coming back? They do that a lot, and it's usually one of 4 villains. They're progressing those stories very well, and the Tim and Lucy train is still chugging along. They're adorable. Angela and Wesley are great. All of the couples are not gross. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with all of the couples that they have picked and showed me, and the way they are interacting as couples, it makes sense. It's nothing stupid. They did get a little wonky for an episode or 4 with John and Bailey because she went away and they did a long distance thing for a minute, but it helped with another avenue of story that was involved other characters. So at the end, it made sense. It's like one of our favorite shows. Like, it's a constant in our house. So highly recommend that as well. So yeah, I'm watching more TV than I thought.
Yeah, that was a list.
Yeah,
good work.
Yeah. And not for nothing, I'm always up current with Bob's Burgers. I don't know what their release schedule is, but it's like every 3 weeks there's a new episode, and I watch it immediately. And oddly today, so I ate dinner, watched an episode of Bob's Burgers, and I had 45 minutes or so between the end of that show and before we started recording, and I did not want to. I was alone, so I couldn't watch any of our 45-minute dramas. So I watched 2 episodes of Ed, Ed, and Eddie, which I had not seen in forever.
Oh,
and
man.
I love that show, man. I'm only I just got it, and I'm like, oh man, I haven't seen this in forever. And the most recent one was a Speedos. Like, it was so fun. Cartoons from the 90s, great stuff. So, yeah, there you go. That's what I've been watching. What do you got, sir?
Well, the season finale of Daredevil is airing right now. Mm-hmm. Right, it is currently, when we're recording, it is Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday. So I'm hoping that there are tacos involved in the Daredevil finale, which I guess we'll see.
I mean, one could hope.
One can only hope. I really want there to be.
How is it?
So let's see. No, go ahead.
How is Daredevil? Tell me, because I have not watched a single episode of it yet this season.
It's been great.
Okay.
It starts off a little slow, and then it just it starts off a little slow, and then you can kind of smell the shit is coming. Like, oh no,
oh no,
oh no.
Okay.
And then shit happens, and you're like, oh no.
Okay.
Oh no. And then it just hasn't let up since. I think it's been great. I think there's been a lot of very good moments. It was nice to have Jessica Jones back. I think she's in the finale as well. Yeah, it's been good. It's been very intense, and I can't wait to see the last episode. So feel free to pop that on the Plex. Just to
it's an automatic thing. Out of curiosity, I saw a couple of interviews with Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, and Vinny D is looking quite svelte in his interview.
He's in a fat suit.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's in a fat suit. And it's a very impressive one because it doesn't look like a fat suit.
Oh, because he was fat. He was a big guy.
He packed on some pounds but yeah, he's not rocking them anymore. Although they did do a flashback episode where he looked like he did in the Netflix show.
Okay.
And he definitely looks like an older version of Kingpin now.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Wonderful.
As long as they're doing it right.
It's just been great.
Good.
Yeah, no, they're doing it right. They're doing it great. I'm very pleased with everything I've seen so far.
Okay.
We watched the new season of Shrinking, which was excellent. Again, no notes. They're gonna kill off Harrison Ford at some point. That's where the show's going.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be very upset by it when it happens. It's unavoidable. It's
Parkinson's, so yeah, that's there's no plot immunity for that. So
yeah, but I mean, it's the show hasn't missed a beat. It's just as wonderful as it's ever been. If you like these kinds of shows, then definitely give that a watch. My background watching was The West Wing. I finally finished that off. That show's very interesting to go back to because it's like, boy, you go back to that point in time where the things that would end a political career back then
that we watch, that we see every day now.
I would be like, well, that's it now. Like, it'd be like, holy shit, if that's the worst you've got, then please bring it on.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting show to go back to. Now that I'm done with that, I decided to start up the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which is just a phenomenal show all around. But the things I wanted to talk about were, I obviously wanted to talk about Daredevil a little bit, which I did. And really the big thing that I wanted to discuss, I talked a little bit about this on Stone Age Gamer, probably a little bit more than that. But since it is TV related, I wanted to mention that I've been really enjoying this season of hockey. I've been getting into watching sports a lot more than I ever had before. And I'm really enjoying it because I've always wanted to be more into watching hockey. And I've had some really fun experiences watching the hockey season this year, and specifically watching the Flyers win against the Penguins in playoffs. I was at a bar. I was hosting trivia that night, and I finished off. We were going into overtime as I was finishing up the trivia, and I got my stuff all packed up, and then they started the overtime. So I just kind of stood there and watched it, and eventually I moved my way over to the bar, and I didn't buy any drinks because that's not what I do. But I was sitting there at the bar with a bunch of Flyers fans watching Flyers hockey, and we all celebrated like crazy when they won the game. It was a very fun experience, and watching the playoff hockey has been really fun. And watching a little bit of baseball in between, just kind of being the entertainment of having sports on in the background. Like hockey, I'm watching like that sport nonstop. Baseball is really fun to have on in the background, because it's very much taking turns kind of a thing. I'm curious how I'm going to feel about football when football season comes back around this year. But right now, I'm enjoying sports on television.
I'm gonna chime in here because for as long as I've known you, only recently have I come to the awareness that you are a sports ball or sports puck fan. Because most of our conversations in the early seasons of our relationship were straight up video game, movie, comic book. Like that's what we talked about. And then because I do the, behind the curtain, I do the editing for SAG, listening to you and Dan talk about sports, it makes me think that I want to watch sports, but I don't care enough about sports. The communal aspect
I never
of it.
used to watch sports.
Okay.
My family's always been very much into the Flyers for as long as I've been alive. So I've always enjoyed hockey, but I've never been around places where it's never fit into my life schedule to watch hockey on the regular. And especially when I was living up in North Jersey by you, I wasn't as easy to get the Flyers games up there.
Oh, for the restrictions and whatnot. Got you.
Yeah. I think that's Jersey. I think that's Devil's territory up there. So they were on the local broadcasts. Karen was really into the Yankees when I was living up north. And so I don't really care for that team, but but from her watching it, I kind of learned to enjoy baseball because what I knew of baseball was when I was a kid. It was a kind of de facto Phillies fan. Like my grandfather really loved / hated the Phillies. I have lots of fond memories of him just yelling at the TV with the Phillies game on, and also going on school trips to go see the Phillies because it used to be cheap.
Right.
You used to just go to the stadium for like a couple of bucks. You could get in with kids. Like Phillies games were just a thing that you could do very easily.
If you went on the right night, they'd give you a weapon too. The mini bat day and
little balsa wood bats. Yeah. But like, I never really got baseball. I enjoyed being around it, but I never really understood like the thrill of watching the sport until I was watching the Yankees with Karen. And then I really started to kind of be entertained by it. And I always kind of wanted to flirt with the idea of being, watching the Phillies, but we were living in North Jersey and she was a Yankees fan. I didn't want to like betray the family trust, as it were. But in the last year or two, I've been like, you know what? I kind of do want to try watching the Phillies. Like I miss having baseball on, and I heard they're doing pretty well. So I'd start watching games, and really enjoyed getting back into it and watching the Phillies and kind of like knowing the players a little bit more and really just understanding and enjoying having baseball on. I rather like it. And hockey's just been like, that's in my blood. Being able to watch hockey more regularly has been super fun because I've always enjoyed watching hockey, and specifically the announcers for the local, the local Flyers announcers. I never remember their names. This one guy, he's so enthusiastic, and his ability to call these games is, it never ceases to amaze me. Like I can watch hockey and follow what's going on, but I can't follow who's doing what at all times. And this guy he's just on top of it. And watching other hockey games out of area, like the other games, like I'll have to catch the other team's, stream or broadcast of it, and listening to these other announcers, there's just a totally different energy than this guy's ability. And it just the way he is constantly getting excited whenever a goal is going to happen or when there's a shot. Like, I don't know, there's just nothing quite like it. He's got an amazing voice for it. And there's something very pleasantly nostalgic about it. So I'm just very happy to be having hockey in my life, and having Phillies baseball in my life is fun too. I don't know what's going to happen come football season. We'll see. But I guess to be more on brand, to be the most on brand as I could possibly be. Yesterday was May 4th, Star Wars Day, and it was the season finale of Maul Shadow Lord. So I was pretty excited for this show, but not enough to really jump on it out of the gate because I was kind of not blown away by The Bad Batch, which was the last Star Wars animated series. A lot of people really did like it. I thought it was fine. It didn't really do much for me.
Okay.
But I really like Maul as a character. I think what they've done for him since the Phantom Menace, right? Killing him off in the Phantom Menace was one of the dumbest things George Lucas had ever done. You made such a cool character and then you killed him off and replaced him with Count Dooku. Stop. Just no. Nothing against Christopher Lee. He's amazing. But no. Darth Maul was the physical manifestation of fear.
Mm-hmm.
He looked amazing, and you replaced him with an old guy. He had a double-bladed lightsaber. But the hilt of this guy's lightsaber is slightly curved. Well, shit.
Well, now.
What are we doing? But anyway, Darth Maul gets cut in half at the end of Star Wars Episode 1, but then they resurrect him in the Clone Wars cartoon, which is, a little bonkers, but since then, it's all come full circle, and, like, Maul's story has been more or less told. Like, we know how he dies now, like, how he actually dies, and it is, in the show Star Wars Rebels, it is wonderful.
Okay.
It's he tracks down spoilers for Star Wars Rebels from ages ago. He tracks down Obi-Wan when he's watching over Luke on Tatooine, and Obi-Wan looks all old and stuff, and he finally tracks him down to get revenge on him, right? Because Obi-Wan's the one who cut him the fuck in half. So he's been wanting to kill Obi-Wan for
a minute.
I guess about 20 years by that point, 15, 20 years by that point. And it's this amazing fight where they have this conversation at first about, like, Maul's trying to figure out why the hell he's there. He's like, why are you here? Why are you in the middle of the desert? There's nothing here. There's no one here. You're protecting someone. And that's when Obi-Wan gets up. And, like, at this point in the show, they're drawing Obi-Wan like this perfect middle ground between the cartoon version of Obi-Wan that's based on Ewan McGregor and Alec Guinness. So it's like this midway point there. And the guy doing his voice is a dead ringer for Alec Guinness's voice. And he stands up and he does the dorky little 2-finger pointy thing that Obi-Wan does that Ewan McGregor does. But then he strikes that pose, and then he goes into the samurai pose, which is like how Alec Guinness held his lightsaber, right? Because Alec Guinness never did any of the flipping around crazy acrobatic sword fighting. His, the lightsaber duels were pretty straightforward in the original trilogy. So, like, he switches to that position. Maul comes at him, and the fight's over in like a second because he just doesn't waste any movement. He just does a quick block and cuts Maul down, and then he holds him, and, like, he's like, yeah, we're kind of the last of our kind. It's time to move on to the next generation. I guess enjoy being dead. I don't know. It's just this wonderful, wonderful moment. They handled the end of this character so brilliantly. But
so when does this show take place? Darth Maul.
So this show takes place. Maul Shadow Lord takes place. I want to say before Solo. Remember the Solo movie that was like a pretty solid movie, except the fact that, like,
it wasn't the right character.
It was pointless. It just wasn't the right guy to play Solo. It was just a weird idea for a movie in the first place. But Maul shows up at the very end of that movie as that movie's villain, Dryden Voss, is like, that's the guy who he's answering to. Okay. So this takes place kind of right before that.
Okay.
Maul, throughout the various TV shows, like Clone Wars, Maul got involved with a group of Mandalorians called Death Watch, and he actually had the Darksaber for a good long while and was in charge of a bunch of stuff on Mandalore. So Maul is currently working on some criminal organization stuff. He's got a group of Mandalorians he's hanging out with, and a few other dudes that are also his species from Dathomir, and he's kind of working on some criminal activities, and he winds up I know that's where this is happening because he winds up meeting with Dryden Voss at the end of this series. The end of this season. And since Dryden Voss is still alive, which he dies in the Solo movie, then this definitely takes place before that.
Gotcha.
So it's really about him doing some criminal activities and really wanting to kill Palpatine because Palpatine is betrayed him, basically. He left him for dead, and then even during Clone Wars when he tried to topple Palpatine and become the real Sith Lord, he had no chance because Maul is powerful and all, but Palpatine's friggin' Darth Sidious. Like, right. He's insanely powerful. but it kind of goes a little bit into Maul as a character, like showing what he lost. There was this one scene where they showed some of his history of like him being trained by Palpatine, him losing his brother because during Clone Wars he finds his brother and the two of them try to take down Palpatine. Palpatine kills his brother, and you get to see some of that. You get a little bit of a flashback to Episode 1 where he gets cut in half by Kenobi. There's a lot of really good stuff there, and the whole thing that's happening is he's on this planet, and there's these two Jedi that survived Order 66, Master and Apprentice, and Maul thinks that he can get the Padawan to like become his apprentice, basically, and he's playing it pretty cool. Like he's like, all right, the Empire is going to come here, and I want to fuck up the Empire because Maul hates the Empire, but also, so do the good guys. So they're finding this kind of common ground between them, and lots and lots of things happen. There's a subplot with this cop guy with a not believable accent at all, and then Richard Ayoade is playing his droid called Two Boots, who's pretty amusing, but he's also kind of a narc. So that kind of sucks, but I think he's going to learn to be better at the end because, like, it becomes obvious pretty quickly that calling in the Empire was actually a bad idea, and the Empire are the bad guys. There's a couple of Inquisitors. Inquisitors show up trying to track down Maul because Sidious wants Maul dead. And for the last 2 episodes, right? So I'm watching the Flyers game last night. Right, because they had this big game against the Hurricanes. It's the second game of their second playoff series, and during the period breaks, there were 2 new episodes of Maul Shadowlord. So I'd watch an episode, like most of an episode, during one of the period breaks. So I was going to be able to get through all the episodes during the period breaks. And I get to the end of like the Jedi, the Padawan, Maul, his. Basically everyone is converged together and they're all running away from the Empire and the 2 Inquisitors that are trying to get them. And they eventually come into this like shadowy, like foggy bog type area. And the one like Maul's right hand person, this Mandalorian character, she goes to scout ahead. And she comes back and she's like, there's somebody out there. There's something out there, but we got to turn back. And then all of a sudden, like, she looks like she gets grabbed by the feet, but there's nothing grabbing her, and she gets pulled back in, and like you hear the breathing, and it's like, oh shit, Vader's here. Whoa. And I'm like, oh shit, it's Vader versus Maul. Holy shit. High school me is having a fucking heart attack. And they played Vader perfectly. He didn't say a word, not a single line of dialogue. He was just a death machine.
Damn.
How did my friend put it earlier? Hold on. Me and Adrian.
Okay.
You remember Adrian. Me and Adrian were having a big long conversation about this. He said, loved that Vader was just like fucking Michael Myers jump scaring at the end. That's what he was. He was just a death machine. He was absolutely unstoppable. He was fighting Maul with one hand, and like he didn't even have both hands on his lightsaber. Now, granted, Maul was pretty well injured by this point. He had one of his robot legs was all fucked up, and he was not at the top of his game. But just like, they thought they would get away, and then Vader would just literally bust through a wall, and like, Jesus Christ, he is an unstoppable murder machine. Like, they could not get away from him. There's this one wonderful scene where Maul is fighting Vader, and he's like, what are you? Because nobody knows what Vader is at this point. It's one of the things I love about this little piece of Star Wars history, like right after Anakin becomes Vader and after Order 66, and he's got these Inquisitors. No one knows who Vader is. Like, it's this big mystery, and they did a little bit of this in Star Wars Rebels and stuff, where he's like, what the hell is this guy? He's this crazy powerful death machine. Like, he's terrifying. He's crazy powerful, and no one knows who he is or even what he is, because it's not like Sith are common knowledge. So he's just like, Maul is confused and kind of scared, and they really do this great job of like showing, obviously Vader kills the Jedi, right? Because you see that coming the entire season. Like, this Jedi is toast. He lasted longer than I thought he was going to, which was pretty cool. And the Padawan's resistance to the dark side was took way longer than expected. Like, that's what I looked at this show like, all right, I've got this figured out. This girl is going to like be his new Padawan, and she's going to like turn to the dark side. But most of the show, up until the very end, after, because like the Jedi and Maul are working together to fight against Vader, but Maul's injured, and so he basically force pushes the Jedi to fight Vader one-on-one so he can get away. He's like, you know what? You do that, and then Maul sneaks away so that his Padawan can see her master get killed by Vader. That triggers her anger, and then Maul saves her and is like, I will teach you how to channel this anger, and we'll use it to kill him. Because, of course, she doesn't know that it was actually Maul's fault that he was fighting Darth Vader one-on-one in the first place. Like, yeah, it was Vader's fault that he fucking killed her, but also, like, it was Maul's fault for abandoning him and not fighting together. It's all done brilliantly.
It's 3D chess right there.
It's great. It's really, really well handled. It's really interesting seeing more of Maul as a character, and the things that are going around. Obviously, Dryden Voss is involved now, so hopefully we get to see a little bit more of how how Maul became in charge of Crimson Dawn and that whole criminal empire that he was basically running during the Solo movie. And I want to see where they take this character, this Padawan character, because I want to say that she's not going to go like full on dark side. Like, I think she's going to show a lot of resistance to Maul, and I think that's what's going to be interesting about the show in season 2. It has been renewed for a second season, which makes me very happy. That. But I also don't want to wait that long for one, because I was really enjoying that. How many episodes was that? I feel like it wasn't enough.
I couldn't even tell you, because I started, like, it wasn't long. It was maybe 8.
Yeah, it was 10 episodes.
Okay, there you go.
So not a terribly short season,
but
not a 12, but not like 6 or 8 or whatever. It's good. It's good stuff.
So we were
and
off.
They kept the names hidden, which was nice. The name of the episode, because the name of the last episode is the Dark Lord. So I feel like if that had been known ahead of time, I don't think I would have pieced together that it was Vader, because like I wouldn't have seen. I didn't see that coming at all. I did not see Vader showing up at all. I was super surprised and kind of couldn't wait.
That's a joy.
See what happened next.
That's a joy finding, getting that, because you don't get a lot of that especially with Star Wars nowadays, because the stories have been told so deeply, like they're spreading it out so far that it's kind of, unless they do something completely new, which is also going to be very difficult in a universe that is so expansive. So it's great that you got that little jump start, if you will.
I mean, when he showed up, I audibly said, "Oh shit!"
Nice.
And then the Inquisitor showed up. I was like, "God, these guys! This is how are they getting out of this? It's a rough situation here."
So I have a question for you, because we were off for a while, and a couple of Star Warsian shows came out. The Acolyte. Okay, I don't watch.
Oh my God, was that happened? Wow, that happened while we were off.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't remember us discussing it at all, because Jason is in it from A Good Place, and I saw okay, so I'm not really, Star Wars has never been my thing, but when I did see Jason rocking around in the Star Wars, I'm not going to lie, I was intrigued. But then I go to, I have it on my Plex, and of course Plex has reviews, and they're not good reviews. Okay.
Oh, that show got
horrible reviews. Like,
oh my God.
I have not thought to ask you about it, but at the same time, the Star Wars fan base is the worst, okay? I understand that. But you are not... I feel like you look at Star Wars...
The show is great. People are just mean.
Okay. Okay.
The show starred 2 black women.
Oh, that was their mistake. There you go. Got it.
Like, I mean, the show's got problems for without a doubt. There are some issues with the show. Specifically, so there's this one character. He's the guy from Squid Games who learned English just to be this character. He's a big Star Wars fan, and they offered him that he's this outstanding Jedi character. When you finally get around to his motivation for doing what he did, it's just like, what the? Did you even think about this for more than 5 minutes? Like, this does not make a lot of sense. This is not good character motivation. Okay. Thumbs down. But the Jason Mendoza plays a character named Chimere, and he is a Sith. And just watch him. You don't even have to watch the whole show. Just boot up the show, get to any scene with him in it, and watch him go. He is incredible.
Okay.
For all the show's flaws, which there weren't that many. Like, come on. Like, we've seen worse in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are just being mean. There's no excuse for how mean people were at this show.
I mean, one of the reviews was half a star, preferred the holiday special. And I'm like, that might be a bridge too far. Like,
it is. It's just people being mean. Like, there's no two ways about it. You cannot objectively look at this show and say the holiday special was better. And a ton of people did. A ton of people did, because they just hated how different it was. And I don't understand it. It was a fascinating show that really didn't stick the landing, but it set up some really cool stuff and has incredible moments. The fight scenes in this show were unbelievable, because it takes place in a totally different era of Star Wars. Like, this takes place in the Old Republic. This is way before the Phantom Menace. There's not a hint of Skywalker in it, just not even a little. So the fact that it was so completely removed, like, this was the height of the Jedi. So it's really, 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 really interesting show. I'm telling you, just watch him go. He's incredible. Like, I really didn't have an appreciation for how good he was, like, because he's playing a very specific character in The Good Place.
He's an idiot. He's playing an idiot.
Totally. Oh my God, completely different guy in this show. You see him go. He is cold. He is unbelievably callous. He is very smart. He is an incredible physical fighter. Like,
well, I don't know if you know this.
Jaw-droppingly good.
He was part of a 46-member dance crew in his past, so he is very physically fit.
He has. I'm telling you, just watch some scenes of him being amazing. He also has this armor that's made of. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. There's this like deep cut substance in Star Wars lore that is can deflect lightsabers, and he has a helmet, and I think some gauntlets that are made out of it. So like, he gets into a lightsaber fight with a couple of characters, and he just headbutts the lightsaber away, and the character looks at him like, "What the hell just happened?"
What?
Because the lightsaber is supposed to cut through it, and it doesn't. And he's amazing in it. Oh, Acolyte was really cool, really interesting, and it brought into the very end. It brought in Darth Plagueis, who Sidious replaced. But then the show got canceled because the Phantom Menace despised this show.
Phantom Menace, I love that.
You got to give them a little bit more. You've got to give them just a little bit of breathing room on this, because there was so much cool stuff that they were setting up in here, and this show really could have found its footing. It made some really big mistakes with the overall narrative, absolutely, but no worse than other things that we've seen before.
All right. Good to hear.
It was solid.
All right. Okay. Good. So I guess we're just about done. But my curiosity is, like, I don't have anything on the horizon. Do you? Like, is there anything you're looking forward to coming out or starting anew?
Yes.
Oh no!
And I know there's a bunch of movies. There's definitely a bunch of movies that are happening. Movies.
I'm talking about TV shows.
Movies are happening.
Yes.
The TV shows. I know there's stuff coming, and now I'm drawing a complete blank. I mean, I haven't watched the new season of The Boys that's happening, right? Because we've been watching Daredevil, but that ends tonight, so we can move on to The Boys. We can move on to Invincible. Those are both happening.
Right.
Ted Lasso season 4 is coming in August.
Well, we
I'm just so excited about
that.
What else have I got? I know there's more coming, and I'm drawing a blank.
Because, like, I don't, like, the way my nefarious means have changed, so I don't sit in front of my computer anymore. It's like, it's all automated now. And every once in a while, I'll look at it, but I don't see upcoming or like, it's not the way it was.
One Piece.
Okay. Season 2 One Piece is coming out. I'm assuming
that's already out.
Okay.
We just started One Piece, and it's really fucking good. I really didn't expect to like it as much as I do, but it's great. And then we moved on to season 2, and gonna keep watching that because, damn, it's really good. It's pretty. Like I can't. It's very similar to Sweet Tooth in that I could never get into the source material because I hate the art.
Right.
Like I could never watch the anime.
I tried
or even read the manga because I just don't like the artwork.
Yeah.
But when they came to live action, I was like, well, everyone's been saying this is a solid adaptation, and I've always wanted to see what the story's about. So what the hell? I'll give it a go, and I fell in love with it immediately.
While I was at
really
work,
cool.
I was at work the other day. I don't know what made me do it, but I put on One Piece in the background and the anime. I've never not the show. The amount of times that he said like I'm the greatest pirate captain ever, like in the first 3 episodes, was mind numbing.
I'm gonna be the king of the pirates.
That's it. Like it was something like that. Like he kept saying it over and over and over and over, and I'm like, dude, get a new fucking writer. Come on, this is bad. So, but I'm glad you're enjoying it.
It is. The live action show is it's still very anime. It looks like, they tried real hard with Cowboy Bebop.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't quite succeed, but I give them an A for effort with it. I don't like the choices they made were not the right ones. Mm-hmm. They simply were not. They made some just some completely ill-advised choices. But you could tell, I could see what they were going for. They tried.
Right.
It seems like they got what they were going for with One Piece this time around. It looks very live action anime. It is leaning so heavily into its cartoony nature. It's not trying to turn it into something it's not. And I really appreciate that. It's a very fun show.
Does Stretchy look right? Because we've always had a problem with what Stretchy powers look like on TV.
Because of how cartoony the rest of the show is, it doesn't look out of place.
Okay.
There's no way for it to look right per se, but so much of it doesn't look right. It's all very live action cartoon. So everyone's got insane hair and stuff. It's like, okay. Yeah. It just fits right in with all the other weird powers people have. Gotcha.
I would be remiss to not mention Dan's love of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. He loves that show, the way he talks about it on SAG. So
he does.
And Fallout, I have not. That's another thing that I have to fucking finish. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. The newer season of Fallout that happened a little while back. That was great.
Yeah. I'm looking at the things that are on the list that I maybe seeing a season coming up or whatnot, but the new Angela watches the show From, and she really enjoys that show. Season 4 just started, which I hear it's creepy as fuck. It's really well acted. Story's good. It's just it's not something I got into. I think that's about it on the horizon. So. All right.
I'm sure there's stuff I'm forgetting. I'm positive.
Law and Order season 412. I'm sure that's going to be. Jesus Christ! How has that show not died yet?
It did die. It got resurrected.
25
it came back from the dead.
seasons.
There's your example. There is your example. Just like Scrubs, it came back from the dead, and it was fine. Just kept going. Picked up right where they left off. Yeah, that show's wonderful. And the one of the two main detectives on that show, Makad Brooks, is playing Jax in the Mortal Kombat movies right now.
Oh, that was
about a
like
different
that.
character.
Talking about TV and movie shit. Like we got a Mortal Kombat movie and a Street Fighter movie that looks like they're supposed to look like.
There lots of insanity.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. That's my point.
I can't wait. I can't wait to watch both of them.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean, it's no Jean-Claude Van Damme, but is oh my god, the Polka Dot Man, fucking the guy who's playing M. Bison
as Bison, and he's also in One Piece.
Oh, is he? What's his like got his name? Oh shit! And I like him a lot. Oh fuck, doesn't matter. Yeah, all right. I think we're good. Are we good? I think we're good. I think we've covered a lot of TV and movies and stuff. I think we've done a monthly diligence.
I think we've podcasted. We've done some good podcasting. This is good stuff. Sorry, I'm finding you Chimera scenes to watch.
Of course you are.
on YouTube. Yeah, this is a really good Chimera compilation that you can enjoy.
I just saw one image, and it looked like, because my only interaction with that actor is Jason Mendoza, and then I saw this dark, gritty, badass motherfucker, and I'm like, no, that's not right.
But he's also really witty. Like, it's not just he's cool and dark and evil. He's really witty. He's just an extraordinary character, and it is nothing short of tragic that we won't be getting to see more of him unless something else happens. Like, it was just recently, The Acolyte just showed up on Disney's like top watch shows like a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I guess people are finally giving it a chance because they should.
We didn't talk about the fact that Firefly.
Right, Firefly is coming back. We didn't talk about Wonder Man either. Wonder Man was fucking great.
There's so many things. Yes. So, announcement on the TV world, like Firefly is coming back for season 2, but it's going to be animated, which is honest to God, the only way it should have been done, and anybody that says otherwise is wildly incorrect. I was so happy to get that announcement. I've wanted an animated version of that show, even if it's not season 2. Like, I wanted that to be a thing because I like animation, and it's the right thing to do. And the whole cast, all of the surviving cast members are supposed to be coming back, and it is a love letter to the fans, which is the only way that should come back. Like, not a cash grab or whatnot. Like, it's right. So
they want to do it.
Yes,
and that's what you want.
That's important. That's
done out of love. Yep. I can't wait till it happens, and once it does, we will absolutely talk about it in more detail.
Yes, we will. So, okay, I'm done.
With that, that's it. That's our episode. Join us next time when we talk about who the hell knows, because we can't really plan this show 3 months in advance. Who knows what we're going to talk about 3 months from now? But we will be back May, June, July, August. We'll be back in August. And we'll announce on various social medias or the Discord or whatever. We'll announce what the show we're talking about is and see if anybody's got any feedback. And I forgot, did we get any feedback on Scrubs? Oh. I know I was going to post in the Discord.
When you Discord post, are you Discording in Geekade or?
Yeah, the Geekade this week's episode chat, and Yeah, I was going to mention something about Scrubs in here and try to solicit feedback, and I totally forgot to do that because I am a bad host. I knew I was forgetting.
Well, you're the worst. God damn it. That's it. I quit.
I really am the worst. I see. Oh. Ferg is very happy.
Yay.
Ferg says, "Woo, I see you guys are recording an episode. I'm looking forward to it, even though I miss the ladies."
Yeah. Scheduling.
Yes, indeed. I meant to. Yeah, bummer. So next time when we figure out what episode we're going to talk about, what show we're going to talk about, we'll be sure to post it here in the Discord so that we can have some listener feedback to talk about. So in that case, this week's episode is not filmed before a live studio audience, but it is fueled by feedback from listeners like you. You can get in touch with us in a multitude of ways. We have an official Geekade Discord where there's an entire This Week's Episode channel dedicated to all things TV talk, and of course, the regular Geekade social media accounts linked to in the show notes. This show is available anywhere fine podcasts are sold, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and more. And wherever you decide to listen, please like, comment, subscribe, and leave reviews because any and all feedback is welcome and appreciated. Again, as always, keep your eyes on Geekade for more fresh, original content. That is it. I am Chris.
I'm Evan. See you next time.
Yay!
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
And this concludes our broadcast day.